I am playing the 5-5 game at Portland Meadows, a game with a $1,500 cap. But I've been playing all day, which is abnormal for me. Usually I go home, around the end of work time, but I'm here at night and it's been a good day. I have 7,500 in my stack, but I don't really know any of the players at my table very well because they're like the night crew. I'm part of the day crew. The shift has already happened from day to night, and I'm in the same place, but the players are unfamiliar. I'm scared, which might be why I made some of the decisions I made in this hand. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 2 limps from unknown positions because they end up not really mattering, and I didn't really grok it, as they say. The small,
Did they say
the small
that?
blind. I don't know who says that. I said it.
Okay.
I think that's from Battlestar Galactica.
No, it's from Stranger in a Strange Land. Grok is from... Anyway, but please continue.
Okay.
Heinlein.
Yeah. Frack is from Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, Frack.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, the small blind has 1650 in his stack. I don't know anything about this guy. He's like a 45-year-old guy with sunglasses on and a hat. That's all I got.
Cool.
He opens it to 40 over the limps. I am in the big blind with ace queen off, ace of hearts, queen of spades. What are your thoughts here?
I think it's a clear 3-bet almost always. You'd have to really good reason not to 3-bet this hand. I can't think of one. If we just call, we're letting in the 2 limpers most of the time. Now we're playing 4 ways. The hand that doesn't want to play 4 ways, we're going to be out of position to 2 guys as well. That all sucks. If we 3-bet, we almost always get rid of the limpers. Sometimes we win right now, which is cool. Sometimes we get called. We're in position with a good hand with initiative. Feels like a clear 3-bet to me.
I think you're right, but I called.
Really? How come?
My thought process is now somewhat unclear to me, but I think it was something along the lines of I haven't played with these players much. I hope I get to turn over this hand and they can see that I am capable of having big hands in this spot. It was a little bit of that. Also, the unknown nature of the guy. I mean, I've been playing with him for maybe an hour. I hadn't seen him open yet, I don't think. I'd seen him call raises and play some medium-sized pots post-flop, but I had not seen him take an aggressive action pre-flop yet. So I was like a little concerned about his range, but I don't know. I just clicked the call button basically, and I think it was a mistake. I think it was a mistake. Ace of hearts, queen of spades. Both other opponents call.
Yeah.
So,
That's
sometimes
bad.
you lose. That's part of
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we lose.
Part of poker is sometimes you lose. It's okay. You don't have to protect every hand. Pot's
It's not about
165.
protecting, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Ace queen's always a weird one when you're relatively deep and you end up with multiple bets pre-flop, but I avoided that with my genius call.
It's fine to 3-bet it, though. Like, if you get 4-bet, you can just fold, and people aren't going to 4-bet you light, and you get rid of all the other guys, and you got great blockers, and it's a value hand. But anyway, please continue.
All right. 165 in the pot.
Okay.
The flop is queen of diamonds, jack of spades, 6 of hearts.
We did it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We did it. Did we? I don't know. All right, what does he do?
He checks.
Yeah.
So we just want to bet right away, right? And just like clean up equity and get value from weaker hands.
I think we have to start betting because I'm concerned that limpers may have too many checkbacks. Like, if someone was going to bet, I wouldn't think we needed to bet here, right? As long as somebody bets, it's okay. I'm just concerned no one's going to bet when the pre-flop raiser is here and those two are like limpers. They have a lot of like 5, 6 suited or whatever hands that they may just not want to put any money in, small pairs. I think we just have to start betting.
Yeah, I bet 100.
Great.
Both the limpers fold, and
Great.
I thought that was going to be the end of the hand because the big blind raised pre and then checked on this board, but he calls.
Okay.
So I don't know how to range him in this spot. I think maybe it's like ace jack sometimes. I don't think he has any weaker jacks than that unless he's just been super card dead for an hour because he just doesn't open much pre-flop, and there were limpers he could have just checked.
He has like ace king, 10-10, ace jack, maybe 2 9s, something like that. Maybe you could have a weaker queen once in a while, like queen 10 suited or something. Even
Maybe.
king queen, maybe, but less likely. When we block it too, he's more likely to bet that.
Yeah, and if he's got hands like that, I discounted king 10 suited. I figured that would be a C bet on the flop with the open ender.
I think so.
So I feel like ace king and ace 10 are much more likely than king 10.
Yep. I think that makes sense.
And again, I don't know anything about this guy. It's possible he has sets. It's possible he has overpairs. I don't know. We'll just navigate it as we go. come play with the Poker Guys on Clubs Poker using the code POKERGUYS. We've been playing there for a while, and I got to tell you, it's a good site. I'm enjoying myself on the site, Jonathan.
Yeah, I play a lot there, and I will say a few things. One, the software is excellent. It's smooth. It works great. They pay out quickly and efficiently, and the games are fabulous, Grant. Just fabulous. Everyone should be on this site for sure.
Use the code POKERGUYS for a 100% deposit bonus. Yeah. So, Queen Jack 6.
2 diamonds, right?
No, diamonds, spades, and hearts.
Oh, okay. Rainbow. Cool.
Yeah. There's 365 in the pot now. The turn is the 6 of diamonds. So Queen Jack 6-6, 2 diamonds.
Okay.
He checks again. What is the plan?
I think it's a clear bet.
Okay.
We want to charge the draws. If Ace King is out there, we can get it to pay some more money or get it to fold its equity. Either one is valuable. Ace Jack might not fold because you can have draws yourself. It's a wet board, right? You can absolutely have King 10 here, right? You can absolutely have 9-10 here. If somehow he has a worse queen, he's 100% calling too. I think there's value to be had. We can also charge the draws. I think it's a pretty clear bet, and I wouldn't worry about it. Like I would bet like half pot ish.
Yeah, I think
play it out.
I think half pot is good. I agree with that. I don't think he has too many worse queens. I really just imagine players are mostly betting that on the flop.
I think you're right. I do think you're right.
So I think I went too big. I bet 300 into 365, but I was just trying to like set up so I could bet pretty big on the river, or just depending on the river texture.
I
think it's too big.
I think it's too big too. Like what's going to call? Like you might fold out Ace Jack now, right? Which is like problematic if you don't think he has any queens. What are we getting value from, right? So betting smaller keeps Ace Jack in. Sure, his draws have cheapness, but he's probably betting his draws anyway on the flop, like you were saying, at least a lot of them. And we don't have to bet a scary river. If we don't like the river, we can just check back, right? So, or fold if he leads suddenly and it's a bad river for us.
Yeah.
I
think I bet a little too big there. So mistake number 2 by Grant in the hand. You know, let's put a tally up, Chris. There's going to be 9 more. I'm kidding. There's not that many decision points.
Thank God. Only possibly like 2 more mistakes could happen.
So this dude, he tinkles with his chips for a while. He cuts out the call for like a minute, and then he moves them all in.
Whoa. Yeah. No. How much is he moving in for? 1650 he started with, right?
1500 total.
And you bet 3. Right. So it's a pretty big move in. But I guess if he's raising, it's effectively going to be a move in. It's fine.
Yeah, so it's 1200 more, 1500 total.
All
right. So now we got to take the situation seriously. Let's think this through. Like the only 2 bluffs that I could come up with were Ace King and Ace 10 of diamonds. I don't think he has Ace X lower of diamonds. I don't think he's going to check call that on the flop. I don't think he has King 10 of diamonds or 9-10 of diamonds because I think he's going to bet those on the flop. Or of not diamonds. I think he's going to bet all of those open-enders on the flop. So I think it's a gut shot that became diamonds also, if it's a bluff. Can you think of any other potential bluffs? Because, I mean, I know I probably can't have a 6. I don't know how good this guy is at ranging people. He shouldn't have a 6 either. So might he be just thinking like, my range is pretty capped. I just called out of the big blind. I don't have jacks full. I don't have queens full. I don't have aces. I don't have kings. Is that possible? He's just taking a shot with like Ace King of not diamonds. Can that be a thing?
Seems crazy. It's anything's possible. He could even have the same hand as you and been playing it a little weird. But
yeah, that's true.
I think I agree with your overall point here, which is I don't think he has very many bluffs. And if he doesn't have bluffs, can we beat any value? I mean, I guess he could be losing his mind with King Queen, feeling like we're getting it in anyway if you got me beat, and I'm just going to charge the draws. But he's more likely to have, as you said, bet that to start with anyway. I mean, Ace Queen plays the same way here. But like usually he's going to bet that rather than check call, check ship on the 6 pairing. If he does that and we find out, I mean, okay. But like I think generally people don't check raise in these spots unless you know who they are and they're like really good, unless they have it. Like there aren't that many bluffs in general when unknown population's doing that in these games. So I feel like on the turn, I mean specifically, not the flop, but like check raising the turn in this spot all in after you went bet and you bet into all those people and the board is the board. I just think he's got it. I think we're supposed to fold, and it sucks. But even though we're kind of near the top of our range here, but I don't know if it matters. I think we're just beat, and I think we can just fold anyway and learn about this guy. Maybe we play this guy for another hour, like, oh my gosh, I never should have folded, and I never would fold again in that spot, and we'll learn that. But right now, as an unknown, it feels like we're just beat way too much of the time. I don't know what he has except Jack here to make this play with, but still.
I thought his most likely holdings were kings and aces, actually, for value.
Yeah.
That was my view on the situation.
Why that instead of jacks?
I figured that jacks would be more likely to call on the turn when I bet that big.
I see, because they're stronger.
Not concerned about denying equity from diamond draws or anything. So
yeah, I don't know. I think when you have it, especially like more recreational type players, when they have a really strong hand, they see all the draws and they really, really don't want to lose the pot, and so they might just be like, let's just give me the pot now or put it all in now when I'm way ahead.
Even with jacks full.
Oh, it's jacks full. I forgot it was jacks full. I'm sorry. I was thinking, I forgot the 6 paired. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Jacks are more likely just to call and then either lead the river or they would lead the river a lot, but they would just call. You're right. They give you a chance to get there. Okay.
So it feels like kings is the most likely holding because I have an ace in my hand.
Right. Yep. King feels very reasonable.
But, distribution demands a call, right? Like I might have, no, I don't think I have ace 6 suited in my range. I don't think I'm just leading into the world when the original raiser checks on queen jack 6. So
right.
I don't think I have any sixes except for quad sixes.
Yeah, you have one combo. And
then the second best hand I have is ace queen, except for the few times that I will show up with aces, kings, queens, and jacks sometimes in this spot, but it's rare.
You have queen jack suited also.
Yeah, queen jack suited. That's right.
Which is a little bit better. Not that much better, really, because the board's paired, right? But it's a little bit better.
At least I beat ace queen. Yeah.
Right, and king queen. King queen you beat anyway.
Yeah.
But you beat ace queen instead of chop with ace queen. That's about all you get out of it. I guess you have more outs against aces and kings.
I mean, I block full houses, which are unlikely anyway based on the action.
Yeah.
But
yeah, very unlikely.
Yeah, so I think distribution probably demands a call, but I folded anyway.
I would fold until I have a reason to use distribution. I feel like using GTO against people who are wildly unbalanced is a terrible, terrible idea. We should be wildly unbalanced if they're going to be wildly unbalanced, right? And that's how we respond to it. So like we can make these crazy exploitative folds until we know this is the kind of guy who absolutely is either going to be more balanced or is going to show up with a reasonable amount of bluffs here at least. And of course, then I call with ace queen. That's what I would do. So I like the fold here.
Yeah. The problem with not playing the Nick game at this time is that I didn't get to see his hand.
Oh no! So we'll never know. He probably had it. I would just assume he had it. I would tell myself that.
That's what I'm hoping for. Not that it matters, but that's. I feel 3-betting pre-flop was kind of an inflection point where things would have been easier to play had I done that.
Yep.
It would have been much more well defined. I could understand what was going on a little better.
And
maybe I get stacked, but
yeah,
still.
Maybe. But I know you were saying like concerns about like, by putting in the 3-bet, you can get 4-bet and stuff like that. And I would say like, yeah, but you lose less when you get 4-bet sometimes. Now, sometimes and if he 4-bet's tiny, you can call and figure it out also, right? But if he 4-bet's big, you can just fold and be like, cool, I'm not going to get it in all these horrible spots when we're relatively deep. Like that's a good deal for $120. I get to pay $120 and get out of it rather than lose the $500 or whatever you ended up losing, right?
To his credit, I really was not expecting a shove on the turn. I was just like, I have the better hand. How do I maximize value? Oh shit, he's actually going to put the chip. Oh shit, he's putting the chips in. Oh no.
They usually have it there until we have a really good reason to know they don't. They just usually do.
Well, I'll never know, but life goes on. Life goes on.
Tired of being tired of being sick. In my head 24/7, how I'm supposed to pay the rent. Mr. Practice, I don't play. Friday nights we on the bench, trying to come up with a play. If it don't work, then hit a lick. Swift knocking at my door, pain ain't tell. I'm studying her word, pray her baby excel. Got away with way too much, should've got expelled, but the school saw my potential. Smart kid trying